Texas, home to cowboys, longhorns, and rattlers. They say everything's bigger in Texas, from animals to food and even the trucks. And we, the Aussie Dreamlivers, are here to discover if everything really is bigger in the Lone Star State.
There's a snake in the car!
Can you believe places like this exist?
Jonny.
One for me and one for the sergeant. High school football in Texas.
Alo.
Driving a friggin' monster truck! Oh yeah!
And Gimli.
Get in the sky, live the dream. That was amazing.
Join us, the Aussie Dreamlivers, as we dive headfirst into arguably the greatest state of all, Texas.
When in America, enjoy the good stuff. And you know me, I love a good donut as much as the next cowboy. 5 a.m. to 1 p.m. donuts is breakfast food here, as it should be. But they're shut now, so we're gonna have to go to another donut shop. This place looks like a real dive, donut palace, but it does say the customer is king. So I'm gonna go in and see what they got on offer for me. Customer's king in that place, boys. Customer is king.
There's a donut shop. Oh, there's Jonny going into it. Oh, there's a donut shop. There's Jonny going into it again.
Jonny!
What did we stop into this petrol station for?
He said he wanted to get coffee.
Yep.
And now he's going up there.
We turn around, we look back, and he's off. Yet another donut shop.
I even love donuts when they've been smashed in the back of the car for a week.
With Jonny's cravings now deeply satisfied, we decided it was time to take on one of North America's most dangerous predators.
Hi, this is Jade, and today we're going to be feeding some crocodiles and alligators at Crocodile Encounter.
Don't be fooled by their name. They've got more than just crocs.
Terry the tortoise.
Boom.
That was like a suction cup.
Yeah, that's the jaw pop. Crocs and alligators both do it.
Well, when it comes to feeding the crocs and the gators, I'm no Steve-O, and that's for sure. This guy's gonna tear us apart.
All right.
Boys, it's been a pleasure knowing ya.
There you go.
There you are, mate. Chicken palmy for dinner.
As tight as I held that thing, he was not going to give it up, and he ripped it straight out of my hands.
No. I got him.
Giving away the equipment.
Strangely, it wasn't the big guys that we had to worry about.
Those baby gators were absolute psycho.
One of the coolest things about Crocodile Encounter was actually an animal that came from Australia called Jack.
It's going nuts!
Funnily enough, I come to Texas, and what's the favourite animal I've seen so far?
Flexing his muscles.
He's flexing big time. And if that fence wasn't there, I'm pretty sure he would have taken me on and won.
I'm going to run out.
We had to come to Texas to find the angriest roo that ever exists.
When they say everything's bigger in Texas, it sure goes to show that it must be something in the water. That guy was beefed up, jacked up, and he was ready for a fight.
Good boy. Everyone kept saying, oh, you're going to Texas? Oh, you got to stop in at Buc-ee's. We're like, what the heck is Buc-ee's?
Buc-ee's was a bit of a destination. It was kind of weird to find out that one of the places to be in Texas was actually a servo?
I've never seen so many petrol bowsers. Turns out it's this epic petrol station on steroids times 1,000.
76 different pumps at the first one that we dropped into.
Over there, and then there's another whole one over there.
And it was monstrous.
You walk in, there's probably 1,000 people in the shop. They've got like brisket, like beef brisket. They're cutting it up in front of you. They're letting you try it. Man, are we allowed to try it? Serious? Thank you. Thanks. What do you reckon, Jonny? Oh yeah, that's good.
Holy crap.
I bet you didn't expect that when you pulled
So
into
juicy.
a service station off the road. They've even got a tourist section of the shop.
Bucky's Beaver Believer.
It's a service station and I can buy all this stuff. Diamante Longhorn skulls.
You could get Bucky's themed sodas, Bucky's themed candy, Bucky's themed chips, Bucky's themed popcorn. They had an entire counter dedicated to Bucky's brand jerky.
Oh yeah, plus you can get fuel as well if you need gas for your car. That's where you can get it. Bucky's. Fuel. A t-shirt. You can buy a rocking chair. It's all at Bucky's.
Coming up,
In Texas, they certainly go big. That includes car vending machines. It says you pick the car and it actually comes down on an elevator.
and it's food challenge time.
A pound of Italian sausage, a pound of pepperoni, a pound of ricotta cheese, mozzarella cheese, marinara.
Let's do it!
Almost everywhere you look in Texas, you'll find something unusual and out of the box.
Check this out. There's a restaurant in a boat.
And everything, as a rule, typically is bigger than what you'd find back home in Australia.
See you later, Big Rig. You're the man. King of the road you are down there, dude.
Everywhere you look, there's a massive truck with big mudder wheels on it, and you just know that these things are built to smash and thrash around.
They say everything's bigger in Texas. Well, we're here. Show us the big stuff.
This rig, it's taller than Gim.
Yeah, I can't even see past the tray, let alone.
This is the test for whether a truck is big enough in Texas, if you can just sit under it comfortably.
And if you thought the trucks were big, Texas boasts just as many epic food challenges to stretch your stomach beyond its own physical limit.
So we rocked up to Nick's place to do the Calzone challenge in Houston, which is one of these things that everyone's like, this place is amazing, you got to get around it. It's like a big pizza that's folded in half.
We're here to do the Calvination challenge. It's our biggest calzone, a pound of Italian sausage, a pound of pepperoni, a pound of ricotta cheese, mozzarella cheese, marinara, and green bell peppers. Fastest time is 14 minutes. Here to see if y'all can beat it.
I'm going to do this. I love a good food challenge. I'm going to take it on. Yay!
Look
What on earth is that? So it's a couple of pounds of all up?
Oh yeah, it's about 5 pounds altogether.
Oh yeah, that's about right.
Our
5
fastest time is
pounds.
14 minutes to finish it.
14 minutes?
14.
That's not
For
going to
one person
happen.
to finish all by themselves.
Get the clock out, Gim. 14 minutes is what I've got to beat. Oh, man. Oh, look at that.
That is phenomenal.
Let's do it!
Time is going, Grizz. Coming up to 2 minutes, Baker.
Jonny and Gim are sitting there. Of course, they want some food, and I'm like, no chance, boys. I'm finishing this bad boy. This is really good, though, as far as flavour goes. Like, it's just, I can taste like pepperoni or something, a cheese.
That boy can put down some pizza. We're looking at 9.5 at this point. 9.5 is actually.
What's the record?
14. You're actually not too far off.
I was slowing up by the end.
5, 4, 3, 2. Bing, bing, bing. But that is awfully close.
I was impressed when he crushed it.
Get it down, get it down, get it down.
I fail miserably.
I don't think that's a failure, mate. I think that is an outstanding pass.
Honestly, in Texas, almost every time you turn a corner, something's there to blow your mind.
In Texas, they certainly go big.
What is
You know what that looks like to me?
What?
That includes car vending machines. It says you pick the car and it actually comes down on an elevator.
We don't have anything like this in Australia.
Really?
Is it actually a vending machine?
Yeah, it is an actual vending machine. And so you put the key, the coin inside like a little slot thing inside.
Yeah.
And the little robot thing goes up to your car, grabs it, comes down.
When they say everything's bigger in Texas, they mean everything. Back home, a vendo's just going to pop you out a bag of chips. But here, you can buy yourself a car.
So what did I do? Pulled out the wallet. I'll have one Ferrari, please. Swiped the card, drove away.
Coming up, the Dreamlivers try some massive tacos. and take on a prehistoric monster. The famous Texan Gator Gar.
Oh, it's an armadillo! It was an armadillo! There's nowhere, there's someone tailgating me. It was an armadillo on the road.
Damn it.
Here it is, yet again, proof that all things are bigger in Texas.
Rolando's Super Tacos was a pretty special little place. Turns out that everyone knew about it. It was a local hotspot.
This is how they serve them in Texas.
Eating tacos like with hands like this, it's just like...
There it is, boys.
That's what Texas is all about, right? Cowboys, longhorns, big food.
The fact that you got an entire normal meal, an enchilada, jammed inside the taco itself with all of the dressings and sides.
Good tacos. They were good tacos.
We've been in Texas for days now, and we're yet to see a real genuine gun-slinging, buckle-wearing, horse-riding Texas cowboy.
I'm expecting to see longhorns, big trucks, big hats, and big cowboys.
My name is Brody. Been riding horses, practiced my whole life. Started when I was in diapers, and that's how I was raised, and that's how I raised my kids.
What a little legend.
Yes, we have found the true Texas cowboy. This guy was the whole deal. He's got the jeans on, the big belt buckle, he's got the big cowboy hat.
Well, howdy there, partner. You fancy riding some horses today? Tell me all about Texas and America.
Sure, we got pride of Texas, so I think Texas pride comes over American pride. We're very patriotic, but we're Texans first.
Brody was a true cowboy. It was so good to get amongst what it was to be a cowboy down here in Texas.
I think he's gonna take Jim for a run.
This horse is gonna make Jim fall off in a second.
I'm gonna get killed, aren't I?
That's when Jonny surprised us all and decided there was no better time to learn to ride a horse than right here and right now.
Good job. That's it. When in Texas, I think the little guy's showing me up just a little bit.
Massive thanks to Brody and the family for having us today. Woo!
True Texas cowboy family.
Showing us cowboy things.
Yeehaw! Riding horses before they've even put on nappies.
Coming up.
Tornado warning, seek shelter now.
It was like I was in Twister.
And a fierce competition heats up.
So I make a wager with Baker, coffee and donuts if I get a bigger fish, mate.
Cruising along the road, and all of a sudden we hear this boop, boop, boop. Like, what the heck is that? It's my phone. And they've hijacked it somehow.
Tornado warning. It was like I was in Twister. It comes up and says, tornado warning, seek shelter.
Well, there's a tornado warning for our area.
I'm curious to know what it's like underneath it right now.
Well,
just look at it, it's going nuts.
take the next left, Chris.
And then the next morning we wake up and it's all over the news that Dallas has been decimated.
Because of last night's epic storms, the chances of us bagging a big one for our next activity became more and more less likely. However, it didn't stop us getting out on the water and having a crack.
If there's one thing people said to us you've got to do in Texas to become a real Texan, or to at least experience the real Texas, is you've got to catch a gator gar.
Hello, welcome to Texas. I'm Bubba Bedre, the IGFA World Record Guide for Alligator Gar. I got the Dreamlivers with me today, and we're gonna go out and try to catch a big fish. 18 world records, with my longest one being 8 foot long at 3 inches. Coming in at 280 something pounds.
These things are like a massive fish with a gator head stuck on top.
These things were huge, slimy, ugly mothers, and we wanted to get one into our boat.
Bubba's tossing this massive fish in the water, and so then we just kick back and hope we can pull in some of those massively ugly but very cool looking fish.
Cruz is fishing for gator gar over here. We're stuffing around with gator over here. Little gator. Come on in, mate. Oh, look at that. Dive in and see if he does anything.
I'm not getting anywhere near that thing.
As cool as he was, that baby gator was starting to mess with our fishing.
Oh, we got lucky on that one. The biggest fish ever caught out of this lake was 8'3" and 3/4 of an inch long. The longest fish on record. But most of these fish that live here are residents of this lake. They don't ever leave. If they do, they come back. We're working with Texas Parks and Wildlife doing tagging research. So we'll tag the fish, and then when they re-catch them, they'll measure and see how much the fish has grown, how far it's traveled, and all that kind of stuff. But the fish that have been tagged here tend to stay here. They don't ever leave.
All of a sudden, reel hits.
Keep reeling. Yank it. Yank it. All right, you should have it.
Fish on!
Chris, quit playing around.
Gator Gar, look at this. I'm reeling. And it's a heavy fish, man. You can tell there's a big thing on the other end.
Golly, what a fish. 47 inches, 119 centimeters.
Bubba's telling me this is a little guy, a 2-year-old guy, so there is much, much bigger in the river, but I'm pretty happy. This is my first Gator Gar. And 1 meter, 19 centimeters. Check it out.
Just shy of 4 foot.
That's it, Chris. Let's get a photo, send it back to the wife.
I mean, it wasn't a 10-footer like I was hoping for, but it was a big fish, like I could barely hold the thing.
So I make a wager with Baker, coffee and donuts if I get a bigger fish, mate.
Next thing's next. Jonny starts reeling his reel. He's got a Gator Gar on. It's like, fish on, fish on.
Whoa. Hey, Jonny.
Pulls it in, I'm like, oh. I don't know if this is like a bigger fish or not. It looks similar.
That's the second one in the boat. You stretch that right out straight, Bubba.
I will.
No curves.
48.
2 centimeters?
Told you it was bigger. I could guess that too.
By 2, how do you guess 2 centimeters?
1 inch.
I could see it.
4 foot flat.
Whoa! It's 2 centimeters bigger than my fish. 2 centimeters. Are you kidding me? I gotta shout this guy donuts now.
I'd just like to thank this Gator Gar for the coffee and donuts he's provided me.
4 foot flat.
Big old Texan fish. That's how we do it. Question is, Chris, how do you feel about those 2 centimeters?
Well, is it all over? I mean, there could be another fish still on the line. Well, Gim hasn't caught a fish yet. Maybe if Gim catches a smaller fish, Gim's the one who has to shout.
Baker caught a huge fish, and Jonny caught a huge fish, a slightly huger fish. Finally, I managed to get my line onto a fish.
All of a sudden, Gim's got a fish. He's reeling it in. We're like, oh no, is Gim's fish going to be bigger than ours? But if it's smaller than both of ours, Gim's going to shout both of us.
Gim, you've got to be the luckiest guy I think I've ever known.
Gim pulls a fish in backwards. He's somehow hooked it around the tail and he's pulled it in backwards. Bubba's like, oh, you can't beat that. He's like, bigger or smaller, that's like the epic right there of catching a fish. So Gim gets let off the hook despite the size of his fish, and I've still got to shout these guys coffee and donuts. I got screwed, man.
Don't bother putting a hook in the mouth. Let's get it straight through the...
I was shattered in my defeat, but as a man of my own word, I looked after the boys with their donuts.
Coffee and donuts, they tasted good.
Despite missing out on catching an epically sized Texan Gator Gar, we did decide to head on out and try and find another famous Texas animal.
The Aussie Dreamlivers!
Another trail, another rattler hunt.
Another bit of Texas local wildlife, some good old rattlesnakes. We were out there on the rattler hunt so many times.
Keep your eyes peeled, boys. Keep your ears open. Well, it's not a rattler, but it is alive.
That's totally just sounded like a rattlesnake rattle down here somewhere. You don't believe me? I'm pretty sure there's a rattler.
But if you heard it,
You would have had to have been right on it.
Be the haters you want to be. I'm telling you, there's a rattler up here. I heard it. That's like that's pretty much exactly where the sound was coming from, like just in there. I'm telling you, Johnny, there was a rattler right here in this grass somewhere. That's where the noise came from.
What did you see?
He didn't see nothing.
I didn't see
he
nothing.
Heard a cricket.
Exactly.
He heard a cricket and he thought it was a rattler.
Next time.
Those machines are epic.
If you're ever down in Texas, get in the sky, live the dream. That was amazing.
We start pulling the car to pieces, trying to find Johnny's wallet.
And we get to go on a Bigfoot hunt. That's next time with the Aussie Dreamlivers.
Johnny, come get the legs.